So I've been getting a lot of questions in the Discord about how I build or how to build in general on the server. So I'm just going to do a little quick video here, show you how I do things like that, why I wouldn't use that over that, the differences between some of the boxes and how to dig some trenches. I'll just quickly go over some of that here for you. So first things first, these look kind of the same, not really. You would think that this is better because you can walk up a fire over top of it. But if you wanted to, you could take that down, make it 2. This is just the log pile crate kit. So as you can notice, when I'm using my scroll wheel here, I can't delete these because they are forever on the map now since I've taken them out of their box. But this, since it's just in the I menu, I can delete. So that's one thing. It counts towards your asset count. Some of the defensive items, such as, the chair, all this kind of stuff, all of these walls. The boxes, however, they do count towards the asset count, but the stuff inside of them does not. So when I take this bag out and place it on the ground, it no longer counts as an asset. So I can place as many of these down as I want, but I can only place so many of these buildings, my vehicles. I can only place so many of these down before they start clogging everything up. So one of the cool things you can do on the server is not only just place the items down, but pick them back up and use them as building blocks using Shift C. So you can kind of figure out how to build. You can also press Shift arrow keys to move your objects around, so you can get them a little higher, a little better positions. Now, one of the things that people ask me about a lot are the trenches. They see, the grass trench bag, and they think that, it's just going to build a trench, but it doesn't. You have to actually place your trench either on a log or come on over, get a backpack, make sure you have a shovel. You can either get these in some boxes or in the arsenal, doesn't really matter. 2 left clicks, Alt C, and it'll bring up this menu here, and then you just press dig and it'll bring you down. Now I normally like to go down about 4 to 5 clicks for my initial dig. And then once we're here, we can just walk forward. And you'll see that a natural line starts to form. It's probably going to be easier in first person to see. Since the ground is made up of certain textures, it can only go in certain directions. So as you're digging, you're just kind of looking at where the lines are going and just follow. This is a really good example. You can see a line there, you can see a line there, and you can see the line there. And you're just kind of following around, digging down. So you can normally just leave it like so. This is still going to protect you against mortars, tanks firing over top of you. Still pretty good. Not bad trench. Take it over the top though. You take these. from the trench bag. And you can start to make a little bit of a trench line that resembles more of what you might see. There are trenches like this that are built onto the maps, but the fact that you can build one in the game on any sector you want, or if you wanted to, you could take all this kind of stuff, put it in a vehicle, and move on to wherever you wanted and set up a, FOB. So another thing you can do, sandbags. It's good to put these in windows of buildings that you want to fortify, if you can find buildings. You could also build your trenches around these trench assets. It's a little harder sometimes because the ground doesn't want to cooperate, but it is an option. Plus, these don't get deleted, whereas, again, these ones you can delete. Another cool thing you could do, take some bushes, and then just kind of make everything blend in so someone might walk right past where you're hiding and they won't even know up until you're shooting them in the back.